We are going to discuss about the AI gateway for foundational models for provisional throughput specifically now. So Lara, can you give us a little bit of a quick reminder on what is the AI gateway? What is the role?
Yes, so it's for provision throughput workloads on model serving endpoints. And when it was in public preview, I think it was released as September. It was only available for external models. So in a nutshell, what it does is that it allows you to manage AI traffic for all your models, so OpenAI, Anthropic, MetaLlama models. It's been here for a while, but there's lots of new capabilities that were introduced, including usage tracking, rate limiting, payload logging, and inference tables, guardrails, safety, PII detection. And just a quick reminder, so foundation model APIs, they allow you to access and query Databricks curated state-of-the-art models from a serving endpoint. So if I go into serving here, and I go into create a serving endpoint, when you select an entity, you can get foundation models and you have your external models, but you can also get those foundation models.
So
And
before it was just the external models that it was an option through Gateway, where now we can see all the foundation models.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
because it was in public preview and they wanted to release it by phase. And so now it's available. And just a quick reminder, the difference between paper token and provision throughput. So paper token, they're fully managed shared endpoints that you can leverage for doing prototypes or running tests. And they allow you to access popular foundation models quickly. So it's good to experiment. But here, when you do provision throughput, it's a dedicated endpoint with more predictable performance. So it's really useful for your production workloads when you need to make sure that you meet performance SLAs, that you have configurable latency and throughput. And also it gives you additional controls that you can set on, who can use these endpoints, etc. So really good to deploy state-of-the-art model, etc. So that's Mosaic AI gateway in a nutshell.
So can you explain a little bit more all the extra features that we have access to through the gateway?
Sounds good. So actually, we just did a demo on how to serve DeepSeek R1. So now I have this model serving endpoint. You can see here you have your AI gateway section. And so you have several sections. First, enable usage tracking. This is to monitor all the usage on the endpoints and the costs by using system tables. So it's really great for observability because you can track the usage across all the endpoints. You can see who's using it, put some chargebacks. So it's really good for admins. And then when you want to log the actual response, like request and response, this is what you do with this payload logging table or inference table. And that's really good. For example, if you want to not only monitor what's going on, but if you want to create a data set that will allow you to fine tune a smaller model afterwards. So those are the two tables. And then you have your guardrails where you can, do PII detection. You can add the keywords, that you want to, that are valid or not for inputs, outputs. And then obviously one great thing about the gateway is the rate limits, because you can enforce that. So for example, here you could put, I don't know, 10, etc. And this is completely configurable just so that you can control how much traffic is going on for this particular endpoints.
Interesting. So you can control it per user. So you can say you have only 10 requests per second and me 10 requests, or per endpoint. So the model can receive up to, let's say, 10 requests.
It's exactly. So here, as it mentioned here, it's defining queries per minute. So it defines how many queries per minute you can do.
And then
So
the logs you described above, as in the inference tables and tracking tables, they appear as delta tables in our volume. in the Unity catalog area.
Yes, it
Yeah.
all appears in Unity catalog. The only difference is that here this is system tables, whereas here this is a table so the system table, I think it's going to log things like the number of input tokens, output tokens, who made the request, when, etc., just so that the admins can monitor what's going on. And here you have the actual like request and the response. And so that's why you're going to log that to a different table in Unity catalog that's managed by the customer.
Sounds good.
So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. And then also, like when it was released, actually, we have another demo that we did where we go into more detail, like for each of those features, and show how you can build some dashboards to monitor everything. And I'm pretty sure that now, if we go into the documentation, well, first you can get all the information that you need, but also I'm pretty sure that now they provide you with an example AI gateway dashboard that you can download and use in your environment, which was not there in September.
Really cool, nice. And are there any considerations, anything we should be aware of when we are using Gateway?
Yes, so you can see here as it's released what's supported. I think also AI Gateway Inference Tables now support storage private link requirements. So it's just good to be aware of. And then pay per token support will come soon as well as, custom model endpoint support, etc. And so for more details, you can check the other video.